Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 41 from Mirage Studios. Turtle Dreams. This came out in November 1991. This one was by Matt Howarth. And yeah, this is basically an anthology issue in a sense. The issue is basically all the turtles and Splinter fall asleep, and then we just see glimpses of their dreams. That's pretty much it. So yeah, we start off with Leonardo, and he falls asleep, and in his sleep, he's at school, and he's like the cool kid in school. He impresses everybody, like the ladies, the dudes. He's like the cool guy. And yeah, he goes to class where he's bored because they're learning math. And he's like, man, this is my dream. I should be able to do anything I want. So then he dreams that he's surfing. And then the teacher shows up. He's like, are you on some kind of wacky drugs, Mr. Nardo? He's like, no, I'm just naturally goofy, sir. And then the teacher's like, well, why don't you solve this impossible equation? And Leo keeps guessing, keeps getting it wrong. And as he's getting lectured by the teacher, he's like, man, I wish a teacher would transform into some kind of like ugly monster or something. So the teacher does, and the teacher starts attacking the students. And Leonardo's like, oh no, like because of me, the teacher became a monster. I have to save the students. So he fights the monster. One of the students throws Leo's sword to him, and Leo slices up the monster and kills it. And everybody hails him as a hero and celebrates him. And then all of a sudden they get a substitute teacher who's a giant T-Rex. And the T-Rex is like, I know this is math class, but I'm going to give you a surprise history test. And anyone who fails will get chewed by me. And so now Leo's like, oh no, it's just the same dream is just repeating over again. And that's the end of his dream. So then we cut to Raphael, who fell asleep reading a bunch of comics. And yeah, he's in this like sci-fi world where he sees Ron Post and Russ Post. I was like, hey, I know who you guys are. You guys are in a comic book that I read. You're like interdimensional scoundrels, the worst. You're wanted for justice for all the crimes you've committed. And yeah, the Post is like, what, you think you're going to be able to stop me? And he pulls out his machine gun and shoots at Raphael, but misses. And yeah, we pretty much just get a fight scene. We just get a fight scene between the Post brother and Raphael fighting each other. And it turns out that this is going to be a never-ending fight. They're just going to keep fighting forever and ever. And that's pretty much the end of Raphael's dream. And then we cut to Donatello, who has fallen asleep, eating an entire bag of chocolate chip cheese cookies. All right, that's a really weird thing. But his story is pretty much that the turtles get captured by the feds, and then they get taken to a secret research lab where they're frozen, and a bunch of like sadistic and cruel tests are run on them. And as this is going on, the secret file on the project that was basically there's a secret file on Project Turtles, and it gets stolen by this spy, and the spy sells it to the Russians, who sell it to the Chinese, who sells it to the Japanese, who eventually sells it to a sleazy Hollywood lawyer. And he decides, this sounds pretty interesting. I'm going to turn this secret files on these experiments run on mutant turtles, and I'm going to turn it into a kids show, an animated morning Saturday show for kids. And so it becomes a cartoon, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, and it becomes a huge success. It becomes a huge hit. Has a bunch of turtles, everything. It becomes movies, comics. It becomes toys. It becomes merchandise. It's merchandise out the Yahoo. And eventually, the lab that's running experiments on the real turtles gets shut down due to funds and budget cuts, and so the turtles are released, and they're like, you can go live your life. So the turtles decide to go back to fighting crime, but because of all the popularity of the cartoons and all that stuff, they become huge celebrities, and they become such big celebrities that people stop them on the street and kind of prevent them from being able to actually fight crime because they're too busy trying to grab them and get autographs and pictures taken and stuff like that. So now the turtles are like, damn it, like I can't do anything. I can't obviously attack the kids, but because of the kids and stuff, I can't go after criminals anymore. What do we do now? And yeah, they eventually discover why they were so popular. and they basically spend all their time just watching turtle cartoons until they become lazy and fat. And then that's when Donatello wakes up. And then we have Splinter. Splinter basically has a dream where he's at a restaurant with Alfred Hitchcock, Albert Einstein, and Akira Kagemusha. Now, Albert Einstein, Alfred Hitchcock, obviously are real people. Akira Kagemusha is not. And Kagemusha is a movie by Akira Kurosawa, so that's where they got the name from. Have I ever seen that movie? I think I've seen that movie before. Yeah. It was like years ago, though. For anyone who's like, I freaking love samurai movies, especially the old classic black and white samurai movies. The modern day stuff it can be okay. It can be pretty hit or miss, but I love like the old school stuff, like Sword of the Beast, Kill, Sword of Doom, Three Outlaw Samurai, Yojimbo, Sanjuro, Seven Samurais, like all that stuff. I love old black and white samurai flicks. They're great. So yeah, he's just basically having a philosophical discussion with these guys. And then we cut to the final turtle, Michelangelo. Michelangelo dreams that he's a rock star and that rock and roll will save the day, when all of a sudden he gets attacked by this top hat dude whose name is Dr. Vox. And Dr. Vox has these contraptions and they're anti-rock and roll. And he sees rock and roll as a crime, and he wants the robots to beat up Michelangelo. So Michelangelo fights them, and no matter what he does, he can't take on the all three of them. Like, he's able to kind of hold off the robots for a while, but then the Dr. Vox keeps attacking him with like statistics. He's like, an unspecified consensus agrees that more than 115% of all rock and roll music contains material which can be made to look obscene. And so he basically keeps attacking him with these facts. And that's when Michelangelo's fans realize, hey, when Dr. Vox used his power, he also revealed his secret. The only way to stop him is by going to the voting booth. So they all go to the voting booth and basically vote for rock and roll to not be abolished. And because of that, the public opinion, they unify and they rally against Dr. Vox, and rock and roll saves the day. And then that's when Michelangelo wakes up, and that's the end of the issue. So yeah, this was a weird issue. I'll be honest, I didn't really care for it too much. Don't really care for the artwork. Don't really care for the stories that it told. Like, this was a very sub-average issue for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did anyone like this issue? Did you guys enjoy it? Anyone who's read it? And for those who haven't, I guess, judging by the way I explained it, did you guys enjoy? Like, did my explanation of what happened make you want to go check out this issue? Like, I want like honest opinions. If you guys enjoyed it, that's fine. I'm not gonna like knock you for it. Everyone has their own taste when it comes to stuff. Yeah, I personally I didn't really care for it. I didn't find it all that entertaining. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it interesting. It got to a point where I'm just kind of like, oh, I just hope it ends soon. And then thankfully it ended, and I'm never going to read this issue again. Like, there were previous issues like I will love to read again, and I will, in the future. This is not one of them. This is a forgettable issue for me. But what do you guys think? Anyways, yeah, there you go. Issue number 41 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Really can't wait to get back to the main continuity storyline and get out of this guest era stuff. It won't be as bad if they were good. Like, I'm going to be reading them anyways, because I told myself that I would read every issue from volume 1. Not just the main continuity stuff, but every issue. So if I got to read this stuff anyways, I at least want to be entertained while I read them. And there have been times when I've been entertained by the guest era stuff. There have been some really good guest era stuff. This is not one of them. So, at least we're going to get back to the main run soon. But yeah, there you go. Issue number 41. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far. And I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.